Testing. All right, guys. Happy Monday. Right into it with Advanced Billiards here at the University of Montana Gaming Den. It is popping in here tonight. If you can't tell by the background noise and the lack of our filter, we are at capacity tonight. Got a Advocate event going on. Really showing the versatility of the Gaming Den. We got just a little bit of everyone doing everything. So, yeah. Starting to look like fall here in Missoula, Montana. Cooling down a bit. Rain came in today, a bit of a gray day, but the air is crisp and the semester is still young. A little bit of context for the game that we're hopping in here. We have Brendan and Isaac. They were playing a game off the TV table last Wednesday. We're picking up score where they left off 2-1, as you could see. We just figured that we better go to this game first, round it off. Maybe we could get Vlad and one of them playing, get them started at the very least. So that's where we're sitting right now. This advanced class has been phenomenal, truly. Not a big student base yet, only about 5 of us, but definitely enough to do the trick. We've had perfect attendance from everyone so far, so I am just absolutely stoked about that. Love to see it. Nice shot there, attempt to kind of get some of those stripes taken care of, but kind of ended up on the inner rail of that pocket. Pretty nice safe there, honestly. I mean, of course, still got the 6 in sight, but precarious shot. Might dump the cue ball if you try to take it all the way down or even in the corner, so kind of makes options a little bit tricky. If this is your first time watching the VOD back or tuning into our stream live on Twitch, this is the Advanced Billiards class here at the University of Montana, ACT 150, actually, excuse me, 191. I forgot, we did get a different course number for it, which is sweet. Nice tactical play there by Isaac. Kind of just kept stuff clogged up, but avoided the scratch. This is a class exclusively offered to people who've taken 151, which was our fundamentals of beginning billiards course. This kind of lets people exhort their skill sets a little bit more, play in a bit of a more professional environment, and experience a race to 3 format, predominantly for 8-ball at least. That's what we've been going off of. It is a round-robin style race to 3. Everyone's playing everyone. Whoever gets the 3 first wins. After that, we will get our win-loss ratio calculated on the board up there. Looking down kind of later into the semester, we're toying with the idea of some different games, maybe a little bit more off the norm from the fundamentals class, but games that these folks are at least somewhat familiar with. Straight pools on the platter, that's a personal favorite of mine. I might subject him to that. Snooker, kind of a little bit of a modified version of snooker. Obviously, these are 9-foot Brunswick tables. These aren't full-size snooker tables or even Canadian snooker tables. So we have pocket reducers and an Airmouth snooker set that we'd be playing with, but standard snooker rules. We've done it here at the Gaming Den before. Actually works out pretty well. Ooh, attempted bank there. Almost got that cross back. Looks like the Z shot, unintentional Z shot got in. Score is already at 2-1 just because they are picking up from their race to 3 that they were doing on an untelevised table last Wednesday. This was just sort of finishing up. They didn't quite finish up in class, so we just picked up where they had agreed that they left off. I really like doing race to threes with these folks, especially because being a little bit more at an advanced level, a race to three in a class period isn't too far of a stretch. Even if both players get a couple games in, they're able to, you know, crack these games down at least a game every 10, 15 minutes, if not faster, if both players are really on their game. Due to the nature of only having one televised table, we're not going to have all of the games that are in the round robin published to the VOD or streamed on Twitch. Just kind of the nature of how things go, given this is a real life class that's, happening as we speak. We're not able to save every single game for televised. After this game finishes up, I might attempt to get a display here of the current round robin standings. See what I could do in that element. Beautiful. I'll try to get this pulled up here. Looks like Isaac could be on the home stretch here. Nice hit on the one ball, but maybe came up a little shorter than he wanted to. Maybe wanted to scoop around for a down table shot, but we'll see what he could make out of it. All right, sorry for the little bit of a delay in commentary, but this could be the money shot here by Brendan. Dusted that in. All right, that squares it up. Finishing where they left off on Wednesday. That makes it 3-1, Brendan Isaac. I'm going to take a brief break here, see if we can get some other players back on the TV table for the rest of tonight's broadcast. All right, chat. Here's where we're standing with our round robin bracket. A little crude, I apologize, but I think a photo of it will do the trick. I am marking win losses. So the majority of the games played right now actually have been televised. Uh, the ones off camera, I think there's only been one. So yeah, games are pretty clean. Both of the both the I'm tweaking. My bad. Sorry. Two of the three have been 3-2. Um, so yeah, definitely no outstanding runs so far, but it's nice to see it go kind of head and head. All right, folks, I'm going to stop embarrassing myself on the hot table. I was just trying to keep some action going. Are waiting for Jake and Claire to finish up their games. They're at 2-0 right now to Jake. Jake's kind of been mowing. Lots of the times I've looked over, he's just been running the table. So it's on his game tonight. We'll see if we can at least start someone off over back on this table till 6:50. Looks like games just concluded. Jake may have gone a little bit beast mode. All right. Just got that score put up there for Jake. Into action here. Better break than I was laying down. That's for damn sure. Dang sure. Unlucky roll there from Brennan off the start. Happens. Probably won't finish this game tonight unless they're willing to stick around. But again, we'll probably just do similar deal where we pick up on Wednesday. Dang. Hard to follow up with one beamer with another, but kind of clumped at the upper half of the table there. Ooh, kind of tricky roll there. Let's see how he tries to get around for the 15. A little thick. That's okay though. Still a good safety net. Jake is still on his run out mode, so Brendan still has some stuff to clean up. Ooh, kind of left him a thin window there, but an effort to try to make shape for the 8 might have gassed it a little bit. Dang. A little thick on the 2 there as well. Wonder if Jake's going to try to peel it back or what he's going to try to get out of this. Looks like he's trying to peel it around. Bank shot. Landed kind of square on the 8, but good thing it wasn't a little south of the 8. Could have been an unfortunate kiss there. Damn, kind of awkward queuing that he was forced into with the 15 there. Damn. Whether he meant it or not, kind of a wicked safety. He's going to have to come up and down or just try to kick off the side and get a tap. Try not to dump the cue ball. Yeah. With any amount of velocity, that scratch is kind of going to be inevitable, but worth the credit for getting the hit, though. Ended up making a solid there, but planting the 15 there is kind of still ideal. Unless you get up on that upper right side of the 8, then kind of eliminates most of your options. Or if you get up on the left side and really hit that square, but pretty solid play. Oh, it might be a return to sender here. Sheesh. Unless he stop shots that just right. Might be a little bit in the way of the 8 ball. I think he's going for a safe here. Yeah, well played. Ended up on top of it, so not a whole heck of a lot you could do. That was about as good as that could have been played. Still kind of left the 8 trapped, but got the contact with his 2 ball. All right. Brennan took first game home, just making that 0-1. Good shooting from both of them, but a very professional and well-executed safety battle there, especially kind of a surprise for 8 ball. Ended up being the name of the game. Open table here for Brendan. Nice tap there. Always good to be able to take advantage of a frozen ball. Buttery stop shot there. Ooh. Caught a bit too much rail on that ride in. Oh, dude. Fortunate kind of wedge there. All right, 1-1. Little cleanup sesh by Jake. Good runs we're getting in today. Good safety battles. Everything I expect out of advanced billiards. Love to see it. All right, guys. We're coming up in the end of class here. About 3 minutes left. Brennan had to hit the road, so wanted to get it packed up by 6:50 on the dot. We'll just kind of do the same thing that we did with, I believe it was, what was it, Isaac and Claire? I don't know why I'm spacing on who it was, but the game prior to the one that we just broadcasted, not Isaac and Claire, Isaac and Brendan, that was it. So, yeah, we're going to just pack it up today, and I'm going to leave score on here. So, starting Wednesday, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, we're picking it right back up on Jake and Brendan's Race to 3. After that, we're going to be pretty close to the end of the bracket. So, at least 2 or 3 days left of 8 ball, and then, yeah, we'll see what comes up from there. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. And, yeah, see you next time.